1, 2.
That's our Icelandic clap. Hi and welcome to Coffee Not Found, the podcast about all things gamification and marketing. This week we have a special guest in with us.
How's it going?
And before that, Charlie's here.
Lovely.
Yeah, isn't it just lovely? So Charlie is ex-alumni of Nebula, worked with us last year for about 4 months, 3 to 4 months, has now graduated and is about to take up a position with a company doing AR. Yeah. But Charlie's kind of track record goes back gaming like 4 years, 5 years? Well, more than that, but you made your first
release of a game, I guess, kind of for PC was, about 4 years ago. My first year of college.
Cool. And that one kind of got a lot of traction.
Since it was, I always say just because it's a horror game, there's a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that would play it. So I don't know how, but it's like 10 million views or something crazy like that online from YouTubers. So that got a lot of traction. So cool. I kept going.
So you're obviously really rich now, yeah?
Oh yeah, totally.
That's your Ferrari out front. Yeah. So, and then when you were replaced with us, you did another game. You went the Greenlight route before Greenlight ceased to be. Yeah.
It's pretty much, So like after that game, I kind of made some more small like free horror games and stuff like that to try to build an audience online. And then before finishing college, I wanted to do like a full kind of published release through Steam, my first paid game. So I spent 2 years making that, and I went through Steam Greenlight.
We remember Steam Greenlight, because obviously we did it as well, and then you arrived in and you were putting it through Greenlight, and I can remember the highs and the lows of the campaign. Yeah,
there was some highs and some very lows. I think remember that issue with the YouTuber or one of the live streamers?
Tell the issue, go on.
Well, so how Greenlight works, you got to get a certain amount of upvotes to get online. I thought I was doing well, had a lot of upvotes, but I wasn't going through yet, so I kind of got, I guess, maybe greedy. So I was trying to push out, like, how can I get more votes? And I remember at the time, there was this live streamer I used to watch, and he got a lot of views and stuff, so I thought, hey, it'd be great, what if I donate to him and mention my game? So I shouldn't have went with it, because, like, it was a different type of audience. His audience is also known to be toxic and not too interested in, just like it's like an IRL stream. So Anyway, I donated that.
Sorry, what's an IRL stream?
Oh, in real life stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he started out gaming, but then he went
I'm so
in real life.
Down with that.
So he just walks around the streets. So then, like, completely out of context, a donation saying, "Hey, I'm a big fan. I spent the past 2 years working on a game. I'm trying to release it. It means so much. Like, check it out." So I refreshed he didn't even notice it. It was up there for like 5 seconds, and then I refresh the page on my screen, on my Steam page, and there's just like, I don't know, about 50 comments, ranging from, kill yourself to, like just the weirdest stuff. But the main one was that people were reporting the game, saying that I was paying for votes, and it was a scam game and stuff like that. So unfortunately, my game didn't get through, even though Steam Greenlight ended, and I think they let through about 90% of games. It's like if you had any positive votes, they let you through, but mine didn't, mostly because of the emails that they got for it being a scam. So I had to go through another technique approach, which is the Steam Direct that they get through about a year later. So definitely put a delay on the game.
Just a tad, yeah.
Definitely learned from my mistake. It was a stupid idea, but yeah. It was actually a kind of benefit after that was I went through Reddit and I posted about my story on Game Dev. And then I was like, the opposite thing happened where I got to like the top of Reddit of the month for the Game Dev community subreddit, which was like thousands, like 200,000 people on there. And so many comments, people saying that like, oh, it was a stupid mistake, but I don't deserve what happens. And I get loads of positive upvotes coming towards my game. And then Oh, it doesn't make any. It's kind of stupid though because none of these people were voting yes or no because they liked or disliked the game.
It was whether story.
It was just a thing. It was like whether they agreed with what I did or disagreed with what I did. So it was just a complete disaster. So I just abandoned the page and started over again. And maybe that hurt the game in the end. Maybe not. I don't know. But it was a weird experience.
but you did get it launched then.
Launched 2 months ago. It's April 13th. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, really happy with it.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good so far. Like it's mostly positive for reviews, and a lot of people are playing it online. I've taken it to a few events. It's all positive. I've learned a lot from it. I can't wait to go with my next one.
So you obviously haven't been scarred anyway. You're gung ho next one.
100%. I'm just so glad it's over. I could have worked on it for many more months, but I had to just push it to that finish. It was just the hardest thing I thought to do was just get it to a state where I could release it. But it's given me a lot more ideas for my future projects and different directions to go and not to work on such a massive project for one person.
Yeah, like you did everything yourself, didn't you, in the game?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I guess like I'd used asset packs, for the environments, because with the game there's 4 like small horror games in one with like an overarching story. So this is like 4 different environments, 4 different enemies, 4 different mechanics. So I don't know, it would have taken me 4 years if I was to model all those environments. I think I only modeled like 30% of the game maybe. Even though my original interest in game development was 3D modeling.
Very good. Well, I suppose, the 3D models are the things, you can buy in a lot easier than game mechanics. So if you're going to do it yourself and you want to feel like, I built that, then the mechanics are the thing. And then in terms of getting your game out there this time, other than your notoriety apparently in IRL streams and otherwise, how did you go about getting the game out there? What worked, what didn't work?
I've tried a few things. I've tried like Facebook advertising and stuff like that. But the biggest thing was just the building of an audience somewhat from previous games releasing for free. Once your games are up there for free, a lot more people are going to play it. And then through continuous emailing YouTubers over the past 4 years from my previous game, I built it up sort of like a small list of people that like YouTubers that do listen and say, oh yeah, definitely check it out. I remember your previous one.
Okay.
So that was 100% where the most beneficial thing for me was as soon as the game came out, I just sent out a few keys to some of them and they instantly played it within and had the videos up and their audiences would then go and check out the game. The Facebook advertising wasn't too great. Like there's definitely a reaction, but I don't know if it's worth it, but it depends.
What was the call to action in the Facebook advertising? Was it to go to your Facebook page or?
It was actually through a friend had a popular Facebook page and he let me go through and use a sponsored ad through it to get a wider audience, a decent click-through rate and stuff like that. But I guess
it's not really your audience, though, is it?
No, I think you can go more specific, and the ads cost more. Mm-hmm. So you definitely need to know a lot if you're going to go that route. I don't think I know enough about it. I need to do more research. It was more of a test. I'm going to stick to what I know. Stay with the YouTube.
We did look at Facebook advertising, but to be honest, we only use it for mobile games because the vast majority of people who are, you can target specifically mobile devices. Getting people to bridge that gap from Facebook across to Steam, it's probably a couple of too many clicks, I think.
Yeah, it's too many clicks, and since some of them are on mobile and stuff like that, I'm not going to go.
And have you gone to any other store listings or is it just on Steam?
No, it's on Game Jolt and HIO, which are like smaller indie dev sites, so they only got like small games on there. They've been a massive help as well, Game Jolt in particular, because maybe it's because I've always been publishing my games there, but they got in contact with me and featured my game on the homepage for like over a week. So but that drove up like the amount of clicks it was getting and downloads. So that was great. HIO, I feel like I don't commit enough time to it, to my store pages and my previous games. I kind of shut them up and disappear and then work on my Game Joe page. But definitely you need to focus on all those sort of sites, I think. There's a few other ones, Humble Bundle and... Percentage-wise,
how much is coming through Steam in terms of sales?
A lot more. Can't think off the top of my head. It's like Steam's about 90%, maybe 80-90%.
Very good. Cool, because I remember we went to the bought our listing on the Windows Store just to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. I checked the stats there a while back. I think we've had 4 on Windows.
Yeah.
And that's probably like, that's not too bad because it's just not the place that people go to buy games, I don't think,
It's good to try out though.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it was an interesting project and we now know, and it puts you on the Xbox developer program and stuff eventually, but like, it's just, oh man, no, there's no, that I remember because it was Nicola at the time was porting it across and she was not impressed with me for having decided that this was the thing to do, so...
Is that still going, the Windows? I heard something about them swapping stores or something.
Well, it's universal now as well, so it's probably not even, because the pool table game has been ported across to a universal platform because we want to deploy it in kiosk mode. That's the only reason we're going with it. But like the amount of hassle you have to go to convert a Unity standard XE game into like this platform, it's just, if you didn't have a really, really good reason to do it, you wouldn't.
Okay.
You wouldn't do it, Someone's going to come along and tell me, well, actually, there's this very specific usage for it. And you're going, yes, exactly, there's a specific usage, but in general, I just wouldn't, better things to be doing with your time.
Okay.
Noted.
Yeah.
Going forward, the thing that your college project was about and what your new job is in is around the AR space.
Yeah, augmented reality.
We actually you're starting that, didn't we?
Yeah, started out when I working here at Nebula. We're creating the AR using Vuforia on mobile using Unity, and that's what gave me a big jump start when it came to the start of the year when ABB approached our college to help support some projects. They brought the HoloLens and a few other AR headsets, and then of course Unity is always like the fastest to adapt the plugins for all these new devices, and they're actually using Vuforia, which is now updated to I forget the name, but it's all done through Unity, so it was a fun college project.
Yeah, we've continued to mock to do a couple of projects in it, and it's a lovely suite of tools just to very easily do AR. Of the technology you've used, what's your kind of preference for development? What is it? The HoloLens or is it?
Probably the HoloLens. I've seen a few of the other headsets. They didn't work out as cleanly as HoloLens. There's a few headsets coming out now that are big interest in. Have you heard of the Magic Leap? I don't know yet. They're very secretive of what it's going to be like, but if it's what they mentioned, it seems like it could be a promising headset. But yeah, at the moment, it's just the HoloLens using in Unity.
Okay.
Enjoyed using it. I always thought the Unity gesture controls. Also, that was a bit gimmicky. Your arm just gets tired after a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So, like for our project, we focused on the clicker. It just makes more sense because, like, when someone puts it on, you spend the first 5 minutes trying to teach them how to do the correct motion. Instead of just a simple to use on the headset and you just look and click. We always thought that was much better.
Yeah. Sometimes you've overthought it. Okay, it worked for Tony Stark when he's doing all this crazy stuff, but you only ever see him doing it for a couple minutes. He's not there then afterwards going, my arms are hanging off. Yeah. So you're a product, then of the work placement and then going back and doing fourth year. It's now we would normally run anything internship wise. We would run it as a video on the Nebula channel, on the podcast. But I mean, in terms of the work placement, how important do you think that was as part of the course?
The best part for me about the work placement was how you just got it straight into the game engines and creating apps on how many companies are doing it these days, through game engines. With the course, I felt like they were of course they were teaching us the basics because we need to know the basics, but it was a bit slow getting into creating real practical apps.
Yeah.
So as soon as you got in here, I think it was on the first day we were in Unity creating an app, and the second day we already had a very basic app done, and then we were working on, I think by the end we had an app on the App Store and iOS Store that myself and Kieran were mostly working on. So that experience then going into my final fourth year, and I was like, okay, now you got to do a team project, and I was like, what are we using? And most people are using Unity, and then we've already had the experience of publishing an app through it and stuff like that. It was a massive help.
So day one of fourth year, and they're like, you're going to do a project yourself with Kieran. They're like, we got this.
Especially when the AOR guys come in, and we're just like, oh, that's what we were just doing. That was pure luck, I guess. I don't know, but
it's part of our process. We
part
know,
of it.
yeah, that's it. It's all
inevitably the way.
planning. It's never the way.
Yeah.
Very good. Cool. Okay. Well, we will include links to your Steam store and stuff. And just in case any of those IRL people are there, he didn't pay me for this. There was no payment whatsoever. I can also say we didn't pay him. It was all pro bono. We just said we'd have you in because it's one of those things you come in, you do the work placement, but as well we got to know the story of all your other games, and we saw the making of this and the blood, sweat and tears that went into the Greenlight campaign at that stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely recommend if people are into the horror genre of gaming, go and download it and play it. If you're not, just go and download it and give him some money. I mean, he's an indie dev,
Or just play the free demo.
yeah, he'll enjoy that. And then is there anything else you want to shout out, point people towards?
I don't know, posting some videos on my YouTube channel from game jams and the process in creating games. If you're interested in that, it's just Charlie Behan.
Cool. Yeah, because you've done the game jams. We did a podcast episode on it there recently, so you're a big believer of game jams.
Yeah, I go as often as possible. No matter where it is, I drive across the country to get to it.
Yeah, because you did Galway, I think, the year while you were working with us, didn't you? Yourself and Kieran went to, was it?
Yeah, I mean, just there like 2 weeks ago or last week or something. I went to Galway again to do another one.
Very good.
They're always fun.
Yeah. And you actually participated in the one we ran up in Dundalk as well.
Yeah, that was great. Aren't you saying you're doing another one now in possibly October?
October, November, yeah. That'll be a big, well, if I'm to believe what I've been told by the lecturers, that'll be the bigger one that Dundalk mainly run. And then we'll do global here in January. Yeah,
that would be great, because I go to a lot of game dev meetups, like in Dublin and stuff like that. People are always talking about it. It's like, when's the next game jam? They're too far apart, because right now it's once every 3 months maybe. You find one in Ireland, and then you have to go to either Limerick, Galway, or Dublin. They're the main areas.
No, we're trying to bring it more local to here as well, because again, what's the point in having a game course? Not only game development, but also game audio, game graphics. All these courses running in Dundalk, and then every time they want to participate, they have to go shooting off somewhere like across country. It's like it makes no sense. Like there's enough people here to at least get a nucleus and then bring other people in. So.
Yeah, 100%. It went very smoothly last time as well. It was a great location for it.
Yeah, we definitely couldn't advertise most of the games that were developed. They were quite tongue-in-cheek.
Well, I don't know. For me, it was understandable going horror. I wasn't expecting everyone else.
Yeah. The vengeful Easter Bunny will stick in my memory with the Northern Irish accent going with it and stuff. That was the dialogue made that game. Brilliant. Okay, well, thanks a million for coming in, sitting down with us. Encourage everybody to check out the links below or on screen, depending on who's been editing the video. And yeah, thanks
for having me.
Excellent. Bye now.